Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another Pit Stop Scale Model Garage video. Going to be doing a change of pace here. Instead of doing another Christmas video update, I am going to do a build update. And that build is going to be of my 41 Willys, and this will be the final of that video. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you all this afternoon. Bye. Okay, boys and girls, as you can see, I am starting to set my room up for Sunday's festivities. I'm using a blue screen rather than a green screen. It works the same exact way. Anyhow, while I was putting that pole up on that side and the pole up on this side here, that one fell over and it hit that shelf. And when it hit that shelf, guess what? The light, the camera, and the other light came tumbling down. And what do you think it fell on top of? You guessed it, my 41 Willys. Fortunately, there wasn't a lot of damage, and I will be doing the reveal in this video. So, with that being said, let's see what we did to fix this up. We'll talk to you guys later. Oh yeah, by the way, the first clip I did of this, it didn't show up. So I'm doing the second one. Hopefully this one will show up. Alright, talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, now that you've seen the damage, or what the damage is from the shelf falling down, first of all, on the body there is a small little nick in the body. You can see that right there. I'm not going to do anything with that. Maybe I could try and sand it down. Also, I had the door handles on, both of them, and they broke off. But other than that, the rear window is in. The front window was another casualty. Rear tail lights are in. The front headlights and grill are in. I did not do anything with the grill yet. I'm going to put some black wash in there. The headlights lenses are in there, but they didn't turn out as well as they should have been. They didn't come out too clear. Anyhow, you can see the XL coil right there. So, you need to put this guy back together. Now, I mentioned some of the damage to the chassis, and like I said, the rear wheel came off, the front wheel came off, but that was an easy fix. The exhaust tip went somewhere. I have no clue where that might have gone, so I have to look for that. Also, one of the breathers broke off. I don't know where that went. Gotta try and find all this stuff. It's probably here on this desk somewhere because it couldn't have gone very far. I mentioned to you also another thing that broke off was one of the rear coilovers broke off. And here are the two door handles. I'm lucky I found those. And that, oops, see, that stuck to my finger. And then of course the rear wheel just needs to get glued back on. I had mentioned to you guys in the last video, update number 1, that I just didn't understand why a race car would have air conditioning. So I took it upon myself and used my modeler's license, and I cut the air conditioner compressor off. So now you don't have an air conditioning compressor. But I did lose the lower hose, so I need to find that somewhere. But I think it looks a lot better without the AC on there. And so far it looks pretty good. The interior is totally finished. I do intend to be the reveal in this video. Just trying to get it done before the Christmas giveaway. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff back together and marry the car to the chassis, and then we should have a reveal. So we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye for now. Okay guys, let me show you a little bit more on this chassis that I did. If you remember, I also had the wires for the starter. Let me see, turn this way. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them down there. Anyhow, I was going to mount the battery on the firewall, but it would have stuck out too far and I would have had to build a holder for it and so on and so forth. So I decided to put it in the trunk. And so what I did was I cut the wires off here and glued it to the lower side of the firewall. And then I took these wires and put them towards the front of the car. And as you can see the wires in there. Now, if I had enough experience, I would cut the trunk out so you can see all of that. But at least I know that there's a battery in this car. I need to touch up the radiator. Hopefully I can find the other breather to put that on so I can complete this engine. Now, I'm not gonna glue the coil wire into the coil because the coil is on the body and this is not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it loose in case I ever want to take the body apart. I'll be able to pull the coil wire out without damage to any components. Anyhow, we're getting close. I got the wheel back on. I got the strut back on. It was this side that broke off as well as the wheel. So that's all together now. My next task is to try and get these dang door handles in again. They were not easy. I'm not used to using such a small part and using tweezers as my fingers. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, boys and girls, as I had mentioned, I wanted to do a reveal on this car today. I did get a little heavy-handed in a couple places when I was doing the compounding and waxing and all that stuff, and I'll show you that. Just along the body edges over here, I got kind of carried away, also on the other side. But as you can see, I like the way this car looks. It was a really, really fun build to do. I know that some of the lighting in here is not the best, but I have to set my lighting up for my Christmas giveaway rather than on the model itself. But let's see if we can lift this up a little bit. You can see that right there. Pretty nice. And there's no clear coat on this. I did blacken the grille, I did blacken the wheels, and these wheels, by the way, are steerable. So I mentioned to you earlier that this hood would not open when these little dealing bobbers are on here. These little securing pins or whatever you want to call them, so I cut them off. I still need to paint the inside black, but that'll be another day because I have to mask that entire thing off. I did get, I'm not very careful with my stuff, I did get some panel lining on there, some little dots and stuff. But anyhow, you can see the engine. Let me get to the other camera, maybe it might be better. And scoot this in a little bit. As you can see, the engine is all the way done except for that one breather. I can't find the breather. I did find the scoop, which I had lost it when everything crashed down on this. I'll tell you, I was really lucky that that's the amount of damage. And I think what stopped it is all of these lights that I have and the camera and everything kind of protected it. Anyhow, again, on this side here, I'll go to the other camera. You can see around this whole window that I rubbed a little bit too hard. And this, my fellow YouTubians, was an experiment. What do you mean by experiment? I did not wash, sand, or prime this car. this paint is right on top of plastic. And I think that came out pretty good. I didn't want to take any chances. I didn't know what was going on with the Chevelle. I'm still having problems with that Chevelle. But anyhow, I like the way this would look. And it was such a fun kit that I went ahead and bought. Let me see. Let me stop this guy. Move him out of the way. Let's back this out maybe. There we go. I went ahead and bought this 40 Willys. This comes, you could build it two ways, and I'm going to build it as the pickup truck because I already have this, so I want to do this. Anyhow, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. And as always, questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. Pit Stop Scale Model Garage out for now.